Welcome to the Earth sign readings. We're going to cover the Gemini, Libra, and Aquariuses, and I'm going to do a separate read for each of you. If you look down below, you're going to see the timeline. You can click on it if you want to skip forward. If you want to watch them all, that's good too. It's up to you if you're cross watching here. So we're going to kick this off with Gemini, and what I want to know is that what's causing you so much confusion lately. So it feels like there's something going on in your mind, Gemini, that doesn't really align with your heart and is causing you all kinds of confusion. So, what could that be? What could that be? All right, Gemini, let's see. What could that be? That's the second time I've done that. Filler cards. Interesting. So, your heart is telling you to do one thing, but your soul's telling you to back off and look at things a little differently. That's why you have the hangman upside down, that you have to kind of maybe sacrifice something in order to move ahead. And you don't want to, right? So your mind knows you need to. Your heart's saying, I don't want to. So you got a lot of internal turmoil. That's why the hangman's also showing up, which is interesting. So that's just really causing a lot of your contention, is that you just can't agree to disagree with yourself. It's almost like you're talking to yourself, two people in one. Okay, Gemini? That's what I'm seeing. It's almost like a mayor, kind of, where the mayor on one side is saying, I'm the king of cups. I know I need to do this. I want to do this. But the mind side, which is more the soul, is the hangman saying, yeah, but if you do that, then you have to sacrifice this. And I don't want to sacrifice anything. I want to do what I want to do. That's what I'm seeing. But why? Well, boy, interesting. So you have Seven of Swords and you have the Hierophant flip. So you feel like you're being cheated because you're not doing things to the social norm. Hierophant upside down. You're not following the trend. You're not following the way everybody else is doing things. So because of that, you feel like people are cheating you and not really allowing you to move forward how you want to. And that's what's causing all that confusion. And that's what's blocking you from really doing what you need to get done, Gemini. That's what it is. And as long as you continue to listen to people, get it in your head, telling you that you got to do things a certain way, the sword and the hierophant together, then you're always going to be in this weird position where you just are going to be stalemated. Knock that shit off and just go forward. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for you. So the advice is, if you can then stop listening to people, stop letting them get in your head, then they will no longer block new opportunities. Page of Pentacles, you won't let that negative, immature energy get into your head, get into your mind. You're going to do things you want. That's why Page of Pentacles upside down. It's a little bit reckless. So you're going to go and find way to make money or do things that are kind of exciting you in a different way. Pay your Pentacles upside down. It's a little bit chaotic, a little bit crazy. With the Ace of Pentacles showing up too, which means that you're going to be successful because it doesn't matter, because you're going to do it your way. You always have that creative mind to turn any situation into something very positive. So that's the advice: to do it your way, and who cares what they have to say. That's what I'm seeing, Gemini. That is what I'm seeing for you. So let's go to the Oracle here and see what it has to say. What does the Oracle have to say for us? All right, Gemini, Oracle has what to say. I let go of the shadow of the past, other people, all right, by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. When you let go of the past, all that shit, all that problem, all the order of being something you don't want to be, and you see something that you really want to go out for the first time, that's like a love affair once again. So if you stop doing things to make people happy and do things the way you want them to, then it'll feel like the first time every time. That's what I'm seeing for you, Gemini. That's why you're so conflicted right now and you feel like you're in different places, because your mind is split. But like I said, if you just kind of, who cares what they think? Do things how you want. Be a little reckless, a little bit crazy. Page of Pentacles, those new opportunities, Ace is going to come up and just fill your life with blessings and amazing opportunities. And the last Oracle card says is, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So instead of praying for an outcome, a single thing, You look at how what you do can help everyone. You only help everyone if you're not tormented and if you do things your way. That's how I'm seeing it. And so then, Gemini, that's my reading for you. And next up is Libra. All right, Libras, what is going on? What we got for you today? The question we have for this mid-month check-in is, why on earth are you sacrificing yourself for other people's drama? Why are you tolerating it? Three of Pentacles with the Five of Wands is saying that you feel like you have to work with these people, even though you really don't, if you don't want to, because all they ever do for you is drive you crazy because they want conflict and you don't want conflict. And so, what's really driving you down this thing of having to act like is peace is because if you really put your foot down, it can maybe could cost you some friendships or can cost you your job. But at the same time, is it worth it? Are they worth it? Are they really worth your peace? All their chaos and all their drama and all their bullshit. I can't answer that for you, Libra. Only you can answer that. But you can't always be the diplomat. Sometimes you gotta drop the hammer. So even though you want to work with people and make everything nice and friendly, right? Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands is there. You don't want to play the game, you're not going to, you're going to step away. So what's blocking you from that? Why you keep feeling like you always have to deal with this shit? Because you feel like King of Swords and Ace of Cups. You feel like that you have to be the more mature one to basically always bring harmony and bring the new ideas. But why is it always your job? Why do you always got to be the one that to have new ideas and making people feel happy? Why is it your job? Why is it your job to be the one that's always mature, the King of Swords, always with the right idea, always with the right move, with the right thing to do? Why is it your job? Why don't you let go for a change? If you really want to find peace, then you know what? Let them have their chaos and fuck them. Do what you want to do. Don't let that chaos quiet no more. Speak up. Speak out. Be the King of Swords. What that means is lay the law down. Don't take the crap any longer. That's what I'm seeing. And then the advice, interesting. Page of Cups is upside down with a page with the Seven of Cups as well. So you have two cups here. It's emotional. So the advice is you don't need to get caught up in their games, right? The Page of Cups flip. You don't need to even allow them to emotionally manipulate you to make you think that Seven of Cups, you are making bad decisions because you're not making bad decisions. King of Swords, right? You know what you're doing. You have all the skill set you need. So they're always trying to make you second guess yourself because they want to fight. They like the chaos. But the problem with the chaos is if you keep doing chaos, you can't move ahead because you're always caught in someone else's drama. And you're caught in the drama, what does that do? That keeps you back, that holds you down, allows you not to succeed. So it's time for you to actually don't keep quiet, to keep your peace. Make a decision and stick with it. That's what I'm seeing for you, Libra. Okay, so the Oracle, what's it got to say? What's it got to say for you, Libra? What does the Oracle have to say? Okay. Okay, we got what? Funny, I just pulled this card. You see me shuffle. I think it was for, no, it wasn't for Gemini. It was for the Earth signs. Matter experiences are a reflection of my internal conditions. So if you want to continue to just fuck things up, keep quiet on the chaos. Don't say anything, let them abuse you. Yeah, go ahead and do that because that experiences, that consciousness is being sucked into your subconscious and you're holding that in, you're internalizing that. And what's going to happen is you're going to ruin yourself because remember, whatever you think in your mind becomes your reality. You manifest it. So if you really want to have peace, break away from their chaos right now. It's toxic. You don't need it. I don't care if it's work. You don't get paid to be treated like shit. My energy creates my reality. Didn't I say that a minute ago? This is crazy. You saw me shuffle the deck, so these cards are coming up over and over again today. 2:30 in the morning, today. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So how can you manifest anything good when you're focused on everything negative? When you're always fighting with these people here all the time, when you're always fighting with these assholes, and you're tired, you don't want to, you feel like you have to, you don't gotta do anything. The only thing you gotta do is die and pay taxes. It's the only thing in life you have to do. So if you want to manifest positivity, you got to focus on your peace, on your happiness, Libra, not them. The diplomat thing, Throw it away. You don't need it anymore. At least not in this situation. You don't need to keep the chaos going or keep quiet. A leader leads. You shut that shit down. And that, my friend Libra, is your reading. Next up is Aquarius. What is happening? So the question is, what change do you keep resisting? Why you keep resisting change, Aquarius? What the hell is going on? What is going on? Oh, two, it's staying. It came out twice, it's staying there. So what are you resisting? You're resisting love, Aquarius. Why? Why are you resisting love? Why are you resisting harmony with somebody else? Why are you resisting a good situation? It's because you feel like you don't have enough. You feel like you can't support them financially. That's why you're resisting this change. You don't want to bond because you feel like you can't support them. Is that really true? Is love always about having to support somebody, or is love always about being emotionally connected where you help each other out? So it doesn't matter, right? You don't always have to be the breadwinner. The person is really caring about you, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles work together because that's a 10. It's a cycle of unity, a cycle of love, which gives you the one of new possibilities all the time when you work together. So that is the change you've been resisting, is this relationship. And the question I have is why? Why are you resisting this beautiful thing? This harmony is already shown up in the cards. Because you feel like you're being manipulated. Queen of Swords flipped. You feel like you're being played a little bit. And you feel that with the, what's that, the Six of Pentacles upside down? You feel like things just aren't being fair. You feel that if you give, they're going to take and not be even. But because it's a sword upside down, is that in your mind or is that reality? I'm not sure yet, but the point is you feel that they're playing a little bit of games with you, and that's what's holding you back from making that change. That's the resisting part here. And you do feel that you're a little bit cheated, not being given a fair share. You feel like they're not doing their part, what you feel like, and so you don't want to really go all in. At least that's what you think, right? That's what you're feeling. And so it's because the Judgment card and the Two of Wands upside down. It's because you won't just wake up and realize that they're not playing you, right? That they're sincere and that you don't always have to make these decisions about moving forward all the time. Sometimes you can let things lie where they are. You don't always have to take things to the next level, right? If you have that Two of Cup love anyway, then you don't really need to make a decision right now. You can wait. And if you do wait, what does it say that those who wait, I can't remember the saying, but that's when things actually turn good, is when you rush into something, things actually turn kind of south. So Judgment is saying, dude, wake up, or lady, ma'am, dude, sir, whatever. I'll have to name every gender I can. Wake up to the call that this thing is real. This relationship is real. Stop resisting it. Wake up or you're going to lose it. They're going to walk away from you. The Two of Wands upside down. They're going to walk away. So you don't have to make a decision right now. Let it just settle and run with it. Have some fun for a change. That's what I'm seeing. And then Aquarius, you get an 11. Use your intuition. If you use your intuition, then what happens is you have a 6, you have harmony. And that 5 can be one of two things. You can have contention because you're overthinking it, trying to rush it, not trusting it. Or you can have a really good relationship, a 5 that's free of struggle, free of contention. The Two of Cups. And that is your choice. How you're going to play it. All right. So don't lose out on this one. Don't resist too long, because if you wait too long, then the other person's going to walk away. All right. So then, what does the Oracle got to say for you there, Aquarius? Let's see what it has to say. Okay. I just pulled this card. It's funny. But I'm going to read this card anyway. It says, instead of praying for an outcome, right? Thinking about it, overthinking it, whatever, you pray for the highest good for all. So you pray that everything's going to work out for everything, because if you let things go and stop looking at just the little details of things all the time, things are going to work out in your favor. So I'm doing this again because that card came up on the last reading, and I did shuffle this card, and I don't know why it keeps popping up. So for you, Aquarius, let's just see if it's the same thing. Because the same thing again, it's a faith thing. It's a trust thing. You gotta trust universe. Judgment card. That's exactly what this is pointing to. Okay. What we got going on here? Oh, two cards. We'll pull them both. Okay. All right. Two cards, two different messages. It says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. You following that? Always trust the direction of the universe and know that you're being guided. Judgment, wake up. Don't need to make a decision. If you wait too long, though, they're going to leave. Judgment, come on now. Love is in the air. Two of Cups. You have enough. You can support them. Stop thinking you don't. Stop playing games. All right. Next card is then, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Because you're afraid, right? Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. And what is of the highest good of this relationship. If you don't take it, you're going to regret it. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. And that's just the bottom line. So, with that being said, on closing here, if any of you watching this reading today would like a private reading, I do offer those. See the description below. I offer the 3-card read, something similar to this, a mini cross, a Celtic cross, and also a Lenormand 5-line spread. And I can do variations as well. Everything's in the descriptions below. And until next time, I want to see y'all in the next reading. All right. Bye, everyone.